I just love this look. The silhouette is really what makes it for me. This is basically most of my time. Good morning and welcome to my studio. We have a lot going on today as I am preparing for a market on May 13th. It's a Mother's Day market and I'm making bucket hats and I want to completely have this rack, but we shall see what I get through because it's sunny outside and I would like to run around outside. First up on today's agenda, we will be washing this fabric that I bought yesterday. It's gonna go on the bucket hats. I just bought sunflowers and some basic black to keep things interesting. We're just gonna go wash it. Yeah. And I bought some other fabric. It was super nice, like this velvet. It's gonna become a cape. Since my bucket hat fabric is washing, we're going to work on this thug rug. It's almost done. I just have to attach the hood to the body and then add snaps and patch a hole. But I have this problem of just leaving all my projects for weeks because I don't necessarily know the next step, so I just can't motivate myself to work on them. So I start another project and then I just have a bajillion half-done projects that I need to work on. But today we get to finish one, which is always a good day because this one, oh, it's one of my favorites. It's just so lovely. Just has like the best feeling. It's like lightweight, yet it's not too heavy. Should be an easy patch. Okay, that is wrong side. Wrong side. Don't be like me and not double check when you're sewing the inside of the fabric to the outside, because I've put them the wrong way plenty of times because I've just wanted to hurry along and get a project done. But I've really learned to slow down and take my time with projects. I'm in for the long haul instead of being so rushed. So I just discovered that I have some extra fabric here in the front. So I just have to line up my hood. I just kind of eyeball things and they work out. See where it's ending? I just kind of draw my line. There we go. Then we just kind of pin in place and cut. Here it is with the hood attached, and oh, it just always works out magically. Like, it kind of comes out, like each blanket cape is different in its own way, and that's what I love about it. But it can be hard to make it sometimes because it does take a lot of my creative thinking skills. What I'm going to do next is now hem the front just so it's a folded edge. We get rid of the raw edge, and then it's time to decide where to place the snaps, which is fun. Oh, and I also love, wow. So this created a cool effect. It kind of, instead of sewing a straight line, I kind of let it curve with the hooded, the hood's bottom part. So it makes a curved side, which now it kind of mimics like a structured jacket instead of the line being like right there. It kind of gives extra protection. Oh, I love that. Oh, this is just, I don't want to give this one up. but I will, because it makes other people happy, and I will always make another one. Sewn all of the rough edges, so now I gotta move on to adding the snaps. They are just hand sew on because I don't like buttons. I've actually never done a buttonhole, but we like snaps because you gotta place them wherever you want. I'm gonna place one here and then just a little bit down right there, and so this part will just be done. And then I'll be done this one. This is the fastest time that I have made blanket capes. And so then I get to start another one. I'm really proud of myself. So let's get to it. The laundry is done, so let's go get it. So I'm beginning to regret these snaps because they're getting harder to push the needle through the little holes of the snaps, and so they're just taking me longer. But I know they look good, but it's just the time that it takes to put them in. But I'm doing it anyways. I've only accomplished one, and that one was not my best work, but it will do. And they are just so good. But this blanket is just so heavy and a pain to work with because it's so big and my table is so small. Ah. Yeah, the biggest takeaway with sewing from what I've learned over the years of sewing like 5 years, maybe 4. 5 years. I've been sewing for 5 years, 5 times over. Oh, is to take breaks. You can't push yourself to finish like a project unless you have like a deadline and you can outwork yourself. But for the most part, I remember just sewing for like 12 hours straight without eating or drinking or taking a break because I was so obsessed with getting my project done and getting that little dopamine rush at the end of it. That's my number one tip, is just take breaks. Which maybe people do that and then you're already ahead of the curve. I'm not manically sewing. And it's been a while since I hand sewn, so this is fun. Oh, we begin again. Much nicer than the first one. 1% better each day. Woo! Okay, now I have finished it. Let me... so you can get the full effect. Oh, I love it. Yeah, the snaps really bring it together. I love how the hood, I ended up hemming this part of the hood because it just naturally folded in and it gives it a little bit more structure. Yeah, that's actually amazing. I added no lining to the hood. It just like, it stood out on its own. This is an extra large, But honestly, I love the oversized look. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I have another blanket that's this size. Not as big, but I'm really excited to sew with it. Oh, and so, yeah. I think I'll make another video going more in depth about adding your own snaps. When I'm making these blanket capes, I want to include snaps so that the person, whoever buys it, can put them to where they want. Or like, see, I would put another snap here for myself, but someone who's bigger might like it just open. So that's why I can't make things to fit my body, because I just don't know who's gonna buy it. But if I include the snaps, then the person has the opportunity to. But like, also this is, I don't know, I just got shivers. This is just like one of my best ones. Oh, and I can't wait to take photos in it. I just feel like royalty. That's another reason why I started making blanket capes, was because I wanted to feel like royalty, or like a space princess or elven princess. Like, it gives the ability to do so without spending a lot of money, because I like to use recycled materials as well, because it helps the sustainability loop, yet I still get the feeling of royalty. I don't know, I've always felt like royalty in my life, and I just wanted to embody it more. And an easy way, instead of spending a bajillion amount on fabric, because fabric can get expensive, I hacked the system and figured out that if you collect enough blankets that have the patterns of it, you can get the same feeling. And I'm really excited for this journey with where it's going to take me, and making more and advancing my design, because adding more details just makes it a little bit better each time. But for right now, I found a pattern that works for a lot of material, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog here, because I'm tired and I got a photo shoot later tonight. I'm gonna take some rest, but I hope you enjoyed following along with this blanket cape, and I'll see you in the next one.